The plan that we are breaking ground for today reaches towards the library's vision to serve as our center for information, technology, culture, and the arts, providing opportunities for discovery and connecting our community. It will help us fulfill our mission to empower, discover, inspire, and connect.
All of you are here for one thing, and this is the pride of this town. Library has been always a jewel of the township. I have never seen a cooperation, coordination. Whenever we had a need, there was never a rejection.
Mayor Carly is with us today and has been with us from the beginning, participating in our 2018 planning retreat, touring the existing building and discussing our needs. He helped guide the design with tough questions and sound advice as we presented a first draft to council in April and then a revision in November of 2019. The plan includes interior renovations such as much needed HVAC repairs and ADA upgrades, features a 10,000 square foot addition that will happen right there in that parking lot, which will feature a new meeting room and 128-seat auditorium and expanded improved parking. The lobby will be at ground level with that long ramp removed and an elevator available to take visitors who need it up to the main level. Renovated spaces will enlarge our teen area, provide small collaboration rooms, quiet room, conference room, and allow for an innovation lab. With our $3.5 million grant in hand, our town council unanimously supported the project, enacting a $3 million bond ordinance back in early 2021, providing the necessary matching funds. The mayor and council affirmed their commitment just last month with additional bonding of $1.6 million to address cost increases and to award a contract to Shorelands Construction. Also with us today are Deputy Mayor Joe Camarada, who provided key input, Councilwoman Joe Hockman, a driving force behind this plan, Councilman Ken Bierman, who also toured and assessed our current facility, Councilwoman Ann Grover, who has lent her support, and with us is our Township Manager, Brian Bidlack, who's been of great help, and our prior Township Manager, Bernie Hostovic, is also with us here today. With much gratitude, I would like to invite Mayor Charlie Carly to please come up and say a few words.
We're informed by the people around us, the members of the foundation, and the people and the friends. Sue, how long have I known you? Too long? Yeah.
It's gotta be.
And so we've been around together with each other for a long time. And we've built things in this town that we should be intentionally proud of. We're going to build this. The real challenge falls to Mr. Carbone and Ms. Petrobona, because they're going to have to curate the place. That's over my pay scale. But you'll have the backing of municipal government, led by Mr. Bidlack and previously by Mr. Hoslovic. I'm glad to see him. I haven't seen him in a while. This is because of your efforts. All I have to do is vote yes and be afraid of Josephine Hoffman.
So far in this story, our local, state, and federal funding partners have made today possible, but it also takes a village. Our Library Foundation has a long history of supporting the services of the South Brunswick Public Library with their mission to provide special and unique support. Our foundation has spearheaded a capital campaign to assist with the cost of construction, with campaign chair Bina Mehta leading the charge along with President MZ Patel. Bina and MZ are both here along with their fellow foundation members. Their support has been incredible. The Friends of the Library, led for many years by President Susan Edelman, who is here with us today, are a major donor to the campaign, sponsoring our auditorium, and will continue to support the future programs in the Friends Theater. We have many donors providing gifts of all sizes who believe in this project. Yes, it does take a village, and for a project this complex, it sometimes takes a physicist. Local physicist and our New Jersey District 16 Senator Andrew Zwicker has also been behind this project for a number of years. Back in 2017, as Assemblyman Zwicker, he was a co-sponsor on that bill that established the Library Construction Bond Act. Without this legislation, we would not have access to this important grant program. Last year, Senator Zwicker and Assemblyman Feynman were able to secure $500,000 in New Jersey's fiscal 23 budget earmarked for the South Brunswick Public Library improvements, helping to address cost increases due to raising labor and market material costs and the extensive site work we discovered we would need. Senator Zwicker sponsored Budget Resolution 2048 in the state's 24 budget, resulting in an additional $1.5 million in aid for our library project from property tax relief funds, directly helping South Brunswick taxpayers.
There's two people
in your life you should never say no to? Your mother, of course, and a librarian. Or anyone who loves libraries. So when Chris said there have been multiple conversations with him and with Bina, let me just fill you in on what that means, because there is no saying no to Chris or to Bina because of their fierce advocacy for this town and for this community and for this library. So when a few years ago, Chris and Bina came to me and said, hey, you know, there's some cost overruns. Is there any chance that we can get another $500,000 because there's some issues around flooding and, you know, supply chain and COVID? So I sort of scratched my head and I said, let me see what I can do. And we came up with the $500,000 that Chris mentioned before. So I thought, okay, job well done. And then Bina called me and said, could I come in and talk and go into the library? I'm like, sure. I mean, I thought this would be just a, hey, we want to show you the plans. And she said, no, Andrew, we need another $1.5 million to get this done. And Chris had the plans, Bina had the plans in front of her, talked about the work of the foundation that she and MZ and the whole foundation have been doing. And I said, let's get to work. And so when you talk about a fabric of a community, when you talk about what this new vision is going to do with an auditorium and expansion of reading, and you talk about what it does for South Brunswick, and quite frankly, when you talk about it at a time when libraries, let's be honest, libraries right now are under attack around the country, right? Where it has become this political thing about what's inside there, when politics has nothing to do with what's inside a library. Today we say yes, and today we put the final touches on what will become the jewel of the South Brunswick community.
The construction contract with Shorelands came in at nearly $10.3 million. When all is said and done, with design, furniture, fixtures, and technology, the total investment for this project will be just over $11 million. This is quite a bit different from our original estimates back in 2019 for the same exact build-out due to inflationary and pandemic cost increases and more extensive site work than anticipated. Our council has remained steadfast in their commitment and are investing $4.6 million towards this project that will improve the quality of life of our current and future residents and increase opportunity for culture, lifelong learning, and the arts. Through our federal, state, and private partners, we've been able to secure the balance of nearly $7 million. We are proud of all these funding partnerships, thankful to our investors, and believe this is a tremendous benefit and a bargain for our residents. I would be remiss if I did not mention some key individuals who are no longer with us, but helped shape this institution and provided me with years of mentorship and inspiration. In just a moment, we will break ground at the Christopher Kamari building sign, which stands within the Dick Ilnicki Garden, next to the Frank Gambatese flagpole and the Ellen Gambatese room. I believe they, along with Art and Debbie Rodell, Seal Leadham, Evelyn Cato, Daphne Powell, Sherry Repka, are looking down proudly at what their library will become, and I thank them for keeping the rain away this morning. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, we extend our thanks and congratulations to our civic leaders and representatives for your investment in our library, to our foundation friends and public for your support. I also thank my library board and staff for their dedication and services year-round. Remember that groundbreaking also means innovative, or a new way of doing or thinking about things. Groundbreaking describes something that is likely to have an effect on how things are done in the future. With all of your support, SBPL is both groundbreaking and finally breaking ground.